Hello there and welcome back to our Let's Play of Crusader Kings II. So in the last episode we acquired some land from the Sun Guy, which furthered our advance in the creation of the Kingdom Mali. So at the moment the Sun Guy are marginalized and the only real threat is from the north. And for now, all I really need to do is just kind of wait until a good opportunity arises, and then we can actually push into the north and take their holdings. But at the moment, our immediate goal is to convert the provinces of Gurma and Zarma from paganism, or just pagans, to Islam. One of the penalties for these being pagan provinces is that actually they have zero economic, military, or just in general technological growth, which leaves us with quite a big kingdom. However, there are places in our kingdom that are completely backwards compared to others, and that being said, it makes things a little difficult. And another aspect of the game that we should take a look at is actually technology and how we can focus on different technological advances to make our country grow. For the moment, I have a feeling that things such as these will just be left as is, and we really need to focus on military technology. As you can see inside the world here, I'm just gonna kind of scroll through the three different tabs, and you can see that most of the military technology resides inside the Byzantine Empire, whereas we have a pretty good economic and customs and cultural tech already, just simply because we weren't as affected by the Dark Ages as much, being a Muslim country. Surprisingly, it's also fairly prominent here for some reason. I don't really know why. Do they have everything else? What country is this? Oh. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought that was a Russian holding, which would have been a little strange, but alright. And one of the things that we need the most is actually siege equipment, which we don't have a lot over here. However, the Byzantine Empire always has high amounts of military tech, and that's kind of why we're going to recall our spy master from Jerusalem and send him here so he can possibly kind of siphon off some of that technology for us, which will make our goals so much easier. And because these people are at war in the north, I'm gonna wait until they start losing some of these wars and then finally push into their country. At the moment, actually I really need to do something about this. I gave my son 2 provinces of the Duchy of Mali last episode, and in hindsight this probably wasn't a good idea, because now we need to form the de jure Duchy of Mali and actually claim this title, simply because if he had claimed this before, he would have become a separate lord. Lords are indicated by the blue ribbon border on your name, so he would have been able to actually split up our country in two, which in all honesty isn't that big of a problem in the end, because he will be inheriting everything we have. But then again, we are only about 40, and chances are is that we're gonna live till 50, 55-ish. So once we get to that age, it won't really be much of a problem. But right now, I don't want to lose a few years of good tax income, and it looks like they're actually being conquered at the moment. So I'm gonna kind of just declare war on them and take this holding from them. So I'm gonna raise some levies from our country and form another army and just kind of push forward. Oh, perfect. It looks like we had that daughter, so now we can choose another ambition we'll plot. So we can become the Paragon of Virtue. We're actually plot to kill somebody, which does little to nothing, in all honesty. So I'm actually just gonna go for this. And what are the requirements to have a lot of piety? Oh well. That's always nice. Now that with this torturing prisoners event, I'm actually gonna check why we kept on getting that. And it looks like we have a lot of good traits. But we also have this paranoid trait. Now these two, zealous and paranoid, they're kind of in the middle. They're not really that good for you, but they're also not really that bad for you, so you kind of have to decide. The green ones are always good no matter what. At least that's how I found this thing to work. Now at the moment I just kind of want to siege a few of these holdings. No, you will not become the first wife. And just press on. We really just have to just kind of capture these provinces and siege them in a matter of time before another force actually gets to them. I want to get that war score as high as possible, and preferably, oh, somebody died and left me with something once again. There we go. Eventually I will be getting old enough in that my reputation won't really matter anymore. Now that being said, I can break truths a lot more easily, so to speak, because I won't have to actually, you know, keep my word for it, because my reputation isn't worth that much, seeing as it doesn't pass from generation to generation. Now another one of these kid events, which, like, in all honesty, it doesn't really matter because we're probably not going to use this person a lot, but I'm going to try to gain the trait diligent, and it looks like it didn't work out that well. Does he surrender? Yes, he does. Perfect. So now our war with Ghana is actually, or our war with the North, not with Ghana, Ghana is ourselves, is actually over. So now we need to assign some land to some people, and I want to keep that into our family. So I'll give this son let's give him the province of Gao. Or no, let's give him the new place, because provinces have a local modifier that actually stops them from being profitable until a certain point of time, in this case just about 5 years. Another thing that we kind of have to keep balanced is who's the second and third pretenders, and our heir, which is the most powerful out of them, is the person that we will become as our old ruler dies. However, later on, as we give more and more land to different family members, you'll have these pretenders who seek to become the new king, and that's where some problems might happen. So we have to kind of keep these pretenders under control by giving them less land, or just doing something that makes it a little bit difficult to maneuver and such. Now I believe our truce with the Sun guy has actually expired. No, actually, we need 1 more year. Well, that is fine, we can wait that long, and in the meantime it looks like Castel has actually gained some holdings here in a holy war against them. And it looks like another Jihad happened, which is, well, pretty much a crusade, right? We can go on it and gain a massive bonus to our prestige and piety if we win, if we choose to. And it looks like this rebellion is actually bigger than Sun Guy's army, so they're just kind of standing in our province going, oh no! One of our beloved wives coveys this position, and I just want to see what her stats are, because if her stats are actually pretty good, then I might as well, but at the moment it looks like it isn't. Alright, so now our truce with the Sun guy has actually expired, so we can conquest, take his province to the north. So once again, we're just gonna form our massive blob army and just gonna take down their fortress. I don't believe I've shown you guys the feature in which you can actually seize settlements, such as if I press this button we would essentially charge the fort, and like, would my lower people, vassals, stop dying already? Like, it's quite irritating. So if this gets to around here, it's gonna be quite bloody for sure. Like if I were to start it here, I'm probably gonna take like 200 losses. Okay, 100, so not that bad, but it is quite risky like that. We can offer peace to him and take this new province. Perfect. And let's just lower our military. And it looks like they're going at it again, so at the moment we're getting quite old. We're nearing the age of 50, and once we go past the age of 50, the chances of us dying grows exponentially. Now that we have the title of Mali, the Duchy of Mali, as a title, or emirate since we're Muslim, I'm actually going to give him the province of Gurma. He's going to inherit it anyways, and since we have the title, he can't contest it. Excuse me. As a lower count as he is right now. Now at the moment I have two options, so I can actually push forward into the northern counties, or I can avoid my truce with the Songhai. Actually, either way I would be avoiding a truce because I do not want to fight Castile. So that being said, I think I'm actually just gonna get these folks out of the way. Hopefully I will be able to actually create another title, but it looks like I won't be able to do so. So instead I'm actually just gonna push for this province and then move out into the north, which I think will be optimal, and let them kind of bleed themselves out by a bit. Died a natural death, so that is always good. Stack our troops and then finally move into the province of Ummah. Castile, I'm really not sure of their military strength. They have that nice alliance going on, but it looks like their brothers are actually losing a bit of land, and they're constantly fighting up there, right? However, for some reason they were able to put out a lot of troops in comparison to us, so I think I'm actually just gonna keep them kind of still for now. Now I really need to give this person some more land, and as you can see, I'm just trying to hold on to as much power as I can inside my own family, inside my family Assise. So let's split this up into my different sons, and as you can see here, we have a prestige score, and this is kind of what our family is judged on. So right now we have 125, and it's divided up by counties and duchies. So the more of those we hold, the better it is, and that's what I'm really aiming at, is to keep control in our family, but also let it so that we can kind of have a delicate balance of power. And since this kingdom is being slowly disbanded, I guess, I will be actually starting another war with them, and then just kind of fighting a whole series of wars of aggression against them, just conquering them as such, like such. See if I can push these people upwards into the north and kind of cap them off that way. There we go, no surrender. So now we're actually very close to achieving our goals of the formation of Mali. We're very close to it, and if you guys would like to see more of this Let's Play, I would just does he surrender? And then it becomes the new. Ah, perfect. Alright, so now we have gained another province there. And I think I am actually gonna keep on pressing on towards him, simply because we can. There's no real loss except for prestige and opinion, and in our current state of affairs it doesn't really matter all that much, so let's actually see how much he hates us. Broken a truce, negative 50. I'm pretty sure that's gonna stack up, however, with the Europeans being here. Europeans obviously gets a negative opinion bonus from that, straight off the bat. So it won't really matter that much now. It looks like a very young king has actually come into power inside here, and we might be able to nab one of these lands from him. However, that would require boats, because I'm pretty sure only with these 4 provinces, I'm not really sure if we were able to force him into a surrender. That might be a little more difficult, so I think I'm actually gonna keep to our original plans of capturing the rest of Mali before doing anything else. At the moment, I think I'm just gonna observe the Ramadan once again for that prestige and the piety that comes from it. More or less the piety, because we need 200 to form Mali, and right now, hopefully, we can just kind of get that, form the kingdom, and then I believe we get some de jure claims on these 2 provinces, which will speed things up. So we have a few options here. So I'm just gonna choose the ones that lower the decadence. I mean, you can pause it here and read it if you'd like, but I'm just gonna click through these and grab the ones that give us the most decadence loss. As you can see, when decadence is pushed downwards, it gives us a domain income bonus and a domain morale bonus, which is always nice. And we're not going to host a feast after all. We're not really going to give any of those new things. However, we became infirm, and as we get older, the more chances of things such as these happen. So right now we lose a little more decadence, gain a little more piety. However, we gain the trait infirm, which lowers our stats by quite a bit. But however, now we can form the Kingdom of Mali. So let's do that. And I believe we can also create the duchy of some guy, so we're gonna do that. And as you can see, our titles are growing exponentially. So now that we're king, one of the major things that we can do is actually change the crown authority within our kingdom. And I like to have it at medium at all times, because as you can see, vessels or vassals can't fight each other anymore. So for instance, if one of our people gains a small holding and somebody who has a large holding is right next to it, then the person with a large holding can just kind of bulldoze their way through the other person's little county and just kind of take that away from him. That being said, I don't want that to happen all the time and have like one big piece of land going to one person. So I think I'm just gonna keep it at medium, and whenever there's like any problems with it, I'm just gonna keep on reverting it, lower it back and forth if I were to need it. For instance, if like a revolt broke out and I really needed to change it, like such. This person is actually outside of our family, so I'm gonna revoke his title. And he might go to war with us for it. It looks like he does. And namely, our name changed. But I want to refrain from having so many different places that are outside of our own family, so I'm just gonna fight him for it. Jihad has been called off. There we go. Another one of these children's events, so we might be able to gain the trait stutter or trusting or diligence. I'm always gonna go with trying to get diligent, and looks like she actually developed the stutter, which isn't really that big of a problem, seeing as she won't be inheriting land from us. Holy heck, we have a lot of daughters, but not a lot of sons. looks like I might have to levy up some troops from my vassals, which is alright. As long as they don't chase us, of course. And that's just some bickering amongst local vassals against their positions and such. Personally, nothing of use for us, and I'm actually going to declare peace like that and do that. So now I believe we have imprisoned this person, and now we can actually revoke his title. There we go. So I'm gonna keep him around, grab him some more land by actually giving him this province of Digi like that, and this will put us at risk of him becoming the new heir of the kingdom. So since we're king, we can actually grant these lord titles without a lot of problems. So I'm actually gonna give the Emirate of Mali to my heir, seeing as we're close to death anyways. Now we have our troops de-levied, and in the next few years I think I'm actually going to press forward into the lands of up here. For now I'm not really sure what to do with our Chancellor. I think I'm actually going to send him somewhere far away since he doesn't like us very much. And he's just going to be sowing dissent within the Castilian holdings. We can ransom a prisoner for how much gold? 74 gold, and he is a close relative of him. I would rather not do that. I would rather execute him than anything, really. Or actually save him. Save him for when we can actually host the Ramadan again. And one of the things that we can do is set prisoners free for a loss of decadence, which is always nice. I would prefer to keep that decadence at 0 at the moment. Why the heck not? I guess we're rather close to death by now at age 55, so I'm actually just gonna go to war with him again. Ooh, we can gain the trait charitable, which will help us with democracy or diplomacy. So for a measly cost of 3 gold really, so it isn't much. I'm gonna declare war with them again. Always fighting. Just a constant state of war inside our country where people go home and then they leave once they arrive home. War has been declared. Go form a new army somewhere else, and they're just like, oh no. Why? Why does this keep happening? Just the day you return home, because I disband my armies right over here, you know, they wander back. It's just like, war has been declared. So it looks like somebody claims to be a better marshal, and I'm gonna guess that's because they have a better stat. At the moment I'm not really keeping track of our ministers all that well. Oh, that's actually because some of these people are at war. We need a better steward, that's definitely for sure. Looks like no one else is actually able to fulfill that position that well. Oh well. I really don't know what to do with the Chancellor. He's kind of useless in my opinion if you're not actively pursuing war with somebody with fabricated claims or trying to improve your diplomatic opinion of somebody. So I don't really know what to do with him apart from just sending him to sow dissent inside one of these provinces. And it looks like he is offering peace. That peace is not easily earned because we're gonna go to war with him again and again and again until we have the holdings that we want. You know, I'm actually not sure if that actually stacks all that well, so let's see. Broken a truce, -25, however. He is actually one of our good friends. He likes us he likes us a lot, so I want to see if we can actually get a marriage off no, wait, marriage, there we go. If we can get some marriages that would result in an alliance, and looks like we can. So I'm gonna commit our daughter, age 13, to a man that is near 40 years old. Now, normally I would have a problem with this in like real life. However, this is a simulation. I don't really have a problem with this, as long as we get an alliance out of it. And who's he at war with? He's war with Castel, attacking. Holy crap, he's at war with a lot of European kingdoms for the little pieces of land here. I might have to join him, I might not. But I think we've secured an alliance up there, and he's quite friendly towards us, so I'm going to push forward with my original goals of taking out this kingdom. I'm going to put this map back on just terrain map mode, simply because it's just so nice looking compared to the political map, and in all honesty I don't get why people say it's not as practical. It's, like, you can determine the borders fairly easily just by the little border colors, and if you're watching on 1080p then you can definitely tell very easily. So once again, with the sieging, taking provinces from these people. Oh, they actually brought a decent army to fight me. They actually had a bigger army than the ones that I had, however, they were defeated because of our leaders, I believe. Our leaders are actually pretty highly qualified, and looks like we lost one person. So, now that we're actually king, and we have high enough crown authority, we can actually assign different leaders, different positions. So, for example, if one of our people are a heavy infantry leader, for example, and we had a lot of heavy infantry on one line, we can actually just put them there. If we were to really micromanage our forces that well, and for example, if we had a flanker, which would be even better, that we can assign him the goal of you know, trying to flank, which is being on either the left or the right of the main column, making things a little better. So now we actually have the default holdings that we need for what the game defines as Mali. I'm gonna pause it here. So we have all of this now, and really my goals for this Let's Play has been accomplished. I didn't really intend this to be a very long Let's Play, so we're kind of at a place where if you guys would like to see more of this, then by all means we can continue it, should you give me another goal to pursue. But at the moment the LP is pretty much finished. I'm gonna make this person Emirate of Ghana to take some land off of me, and I don't really have another son since our last son died, which makes things a little problematic, seeing as we are over the cap by 1. Hopefully one of these blank little counties are actually a different county. It's a little holding, but apparently not, so I can't really give any of those away. Breath of Assassins. Coming along with these Muslim rulers are like special events such as this, such as a formation of a little guild somewhere of assassins somewhere in this area, such as the formation of holy orders with the Christian nations. At the moment I really don't know what I should do, since I could give my heir a little bit more land, which I guess I would, so I'll give him holding a Bembuk just to stem this a little bit, and well, I'm gonna actually end this part off right here. And yeah, oh, they can marry too, so now we'll actually finally have that alliance perfectly. And they actually managed to push the Europeans out, the Spaniards out. Good. Well, I will see you guys later on. Be sure to like the video and be sure to put that comment in on what you'd like to see me do. Bye bye.